Let's talk about those challenges. Let's talk about those challenges. So, yeah, again, in the market.
Yeah.
So how was it for you?
I think, initially we have this thing that if it's Kenyan, maybe it's not good, right? And you kind of need somebody to tell you that's a good book.
It's actually good.
Go and buy it, right?
The same goes for even movies and series that are on Netflix.
Yeah.
So you have to be told.
You have to be told it's actually nice,
Right.
right? But there's initial reluctance. You're not sure, yeah? And so the best thing was that people then started saying, this is a good book. But in the beginning, we couldn't figure out, where does it go? Africa section? Right? And I was like, I want to be right next to my competitors, Put me next to those, those books that are coming from all these other countries. I want Super Lisa there on that shelf, And in the end, they put them everywhere. In the Africa section, in the preteen section, in this, that. Just to test the market. Where would people go and pick this book from? What do people think about a new product on the market? Yeah? So I think it was challenging introducing it, right? From this first one, there's been a real difference once the second one has come out, because now people know. Right. A lot of people enjoyed this. A lot of people I haven't connected with in years send me a message, I saw your book in the bookstore, my kids love it. Oh. Those are the messages I've started getting. Right. People just reaching out to me through different forms of social media saying, I saw your book, well done, my kids love it.
Right. And talking about the business as well, does it pay? The business part of it?
Does it pay? I mean, I think I'm too early in the journey to say I'm going to quit my day job. Certainly not, right? Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of satisfaction from it. And I think you can look at pay in many different ways. I've started going to schools. I've started having conversations with children that I wasn't having before. Right. And to me, what that has done in terms of nourishing my spirit, that payment is something I can't put in money. It's such a wonderful experience. I ask them, what do they read? And they tell me all the things they're reading, and none of them are even African content. I'm just having a conversation with them. What do you read? Do you like reading? And they will all say, yes, I like reading. And the things they read, of course, Harry Potter, and all these kind of favorites, Dog Diaries, Big Nate. They tell me they read all these things. Then our conversation moves and we start talking about superheroes. Spider-Man and, Right. Where do superheroes come from? America. They all come from the West somewhere. All there, And you can see their mind churning when you say, well, where do they come from? If you tell stories and people say it's from the imagination, if stories can come from the imagination, that means superheroes can come from, and you sort of see the penny dropping and it's like, anywhere.
Right.
Yes.
We can have superheroes right here.
We can have superheroes right here. It's all about who tells the story. So I think if I went to it with it would be a different conversation. Okay. But I went into it because I wanted these kind of messages.
You saw that gap?
That gap.
Right.
That gap for me was important because I have young children and I don't want them growing up thinking, oh, there's nothing cool in Kenya. The coolness is coming from somewhere else.
Road.
Yeah, and there's so much cool stuff. Right,
like we are cool people.
We are cool people. We are totally cool